Yeah, I don't know if this is ever going anywhere, but I just have this weird urge to pick up the camera today and just talk. Like, I just feel so like paralyzed with fear, with doubt, with confusion. Like, I feel overwhelmed. And I felt so good when I woke up, and I was just like, today is gonna be a good day. Maybe I'll go to the beach by myself, I'll hang out. And I canceled the Soul Beauty chat this morning, and I just feel so overwhelmed, right? I canceled it because I felt overwhelmed. And I found myself just now, I've been doing it for the past couple hours, I've just been distracting myself. Like, I think we all do this, but as of lately, I've been really like aware of myself doing it. Like, I've been catching myself doing it, and I feel like it just makes it worse when I'm aware and I keep doing it anyway. And that is numbing myself from all of the things that I'm thinking. And my favorite way to do that is with YouTube videos. And a rushing feeling of overwhelm just came across my whole spirit, and I just started crying because it's like that feeling that I'm sure we all have, where you feel overwhelmed with your own life and you go and look at someone else's life, and then suddenly you feel like their life is so much better, and then you hate your life 1,000 times more. And not that I hate my life, I have nothing to hate about life, but I just hate this overwhelming feeling. And I know that a huge part of it is because faith, like, my faith is wavering, my faith is being tested, my faith is like, it's funny because I made this video saying that I was going to start talking about faith on my channel, and I feel like that's what I've been led to do. Because trust me when I tell you, that's not something that I wanted to do. It's not what I wanted to do, but that's what I honestly felt led to do. Like, I had no other option. So I do it, and I get all this really good feedback, and I get all of these new subscribers, and then I'm just like, well, what now? Because I'm feeling overwhelmed. I'm feeling like my faith is not strong enough. I'm feeling like I'm doubting too much to teach anyone anything. I'm thinking about all of the comments that I got that weren't so supportive, or the comments that were constructive and telling me that, you know, like, if I'm going to teach or share, like, I have to be perfect essentially, and I'm just not. And I just feel paralyzed almost. I feel paralyzed in this internal battle where, like, I know that I can, like, pick up, go to the beach, I can pick up, go spend money, I can pick up, go shopping, I can pick up, like, there's so many things that I could be doing right now to distract myself, but I'm really trying to fight it. So I'm home, and I just want to get to the bottom of this feeling. Like, I don't want to numb it. I don't want to distract myself. I don't want to go out. I could do all of those things, but I'm really trying not to, because I know that I'm just avoiding how I feel. I know that I'm just avoiding this doubt and this confusion, and I'm not dealing with it head on. And part of it is because I don't know how to, and another part of it is because I don't want to. And I know that in times of doubt, like, I felt this way before, but this just feels so much more intense. And I remember, like, going to God and just praying and really just surrendering, but I just don't know sometimes. I don't know if I can do this sometimes, if I can be this person that is all the way in when it comes to Christianity. Like, okay, so the footage from yesterday was a very real experience and moment for me, and I noticed that I typically don't share a lot of things that I'm feeling or going through as it's happening, because I'm naturally a very private person. But this experience I wanted to share because I did not want to kind of create this false perception of what this walk is like, what this Christian walk is like. I felt like it could be really beneficial to share with you guys that I have doubt sometimes, and that we all have doubts sometimes on our walk. And I think it's important that we share those experiences instead of kind of presenting this version of ourselves that we want people to see. And that's pretty much the whole reason why I created like the Soul Beauty Chat sometime last year, is because I wanted to create a space where we can be genuine and open and honest and vulnerable about our experiences with Christ and what we're going through. So that is what this video is. So yeah, like, I really thought that I was, but the way I've been feeling for the past few months just makes me feel like you're a fraud. Like, you're trying to encourage other people, but you can't even encourage yourself right now. Like, the stuff that you tell people to do when they're feeling down and defeated, you're not even doing yourself right now. And I noticed this happening like sometime last week, where I just started beating myself up because I wasn't doing all the things that I'm supposed to be doing. I feel so confused right now. I feel so confused and just frustrated and lonely. But I know I felt this coming on a few weeks ago. I felt like I was being pushed into a space of loneliness, and surprise, surprise, here I am in this space of loneliness where I'm forced to rely on only God. I'm forced to look at my actions and really make a choice. And I'm just annoyed because I thought that I was past this. I thought that I was secure. I thought that I was in it. I thought that I was just ready to just make this thing real. And here I am again, feeling confused and lost and stuck. And I just don't know if this is normal. Sometimes I just wish that I could either be all the way in or all the way out.
And something inside of me wished that somehow before she passed away, she could pass down her confidence in God to me like an old family picture. I remember sitting in the back row of a cold sanctuary, crying, because I desperately wanted what the preacher was saying to be true, but my doubts were preaching a sermon of their own, and the streams of my tears turned into oceans of frustration. I remember sitting in a college classroom, and the only thing being tested is my faith in God. The only thing passing is my hope. Me, in a backpack full of fear, nowhere to go. No one to help me unpack. I sleep, but I never rest. These lines around my eyes are not wrinkles, they are maps that show you the winding roads that lead to my pain. I'm tired. And I'm longing for the day that I can place my fingers in his nail-pierced hands, because honestly, I've considered quitting, but where will I go? Back? There's no home for the living in the land of the promises about tomorrow. I'm surprised I've held on this long. God, just make me feel like I'm not crazy. God, let me know that I'm not just making friends with these walls when I pray. I'm not questioning you. I've just got questions. Don't leave me here. Don't leave me.
It's like a misconception that I'm always this super positive, uplifting, inspiring person. I'm not. This is me sometimes. These are moments where I feel like shit. I feel like I'm not good enough. I feel like I'm not confident enough. I'm not strong enough. I don't look the way I want to look. I doubt myself so much. But I also believe in myself so much. And I choose to show the positive side. I don't show this side. Maybe I should start showing you guys this side, so you know that, like, instead of talking about it after I figure it out, talk to you while I'm in it. I don't know, I'm just so private that it's hard for me to do that, but I don't want to have a false perception of like what this Christian walk is, because it's not always easy. So now that you've seen what my experience was like yesterday. I also want to share with you how I got through it, like very practical, how I got through that feeling. The first thing that I did was I put on worship music because, like I mentioned, I was avoiding what I was feeling. I was trying to kind of numb it with distractions, YouTube videos, you know, just activities. I was just really trying to distract myself. So I decided, okay, once I made a decision, that was the first thing, is that I decided I made a decision that I was going to face this doubt in this uncomfortable space that I was in. And once I did that, I then put on worship music. I put on worship music to move me into a place of gratitude, into a place of thankfulness, into a place of admiration for Christ. Secondly, I cried a lot, actually. I just cried and I just talked to God about how I was feeling, and I just let it all out. And something else that I did during that time is, instead of just listening to the music, I sang the words to the music, because that really helps to bring you to a place of where you feel it, where it's not just you're just listening to it, you start to feel it on the inside. And I also took out my journal and I started writing. I started writing about everything that I was feeling, just to get it all out on paper. And then finally, after I did all of that, well, before I did the final thing, I started to, after I prayed, I started to research different articles and videos talking about how to deal with doubt, because I wanted to know, like, what are some things that I can do right now? Why do I feel this way? Am I the only person that's ever felt this way? Is it normal to feel this way? I had all these questions, so I started to do some research, and I'll link some of those articles. I'll also link a playlist that I created called Dealing with Doubt as a Christian, so you guys can check it out if you need a little more resource. A Shadow of a Doubt. And I went back and listened to it, and listening to it brought me so much peace, because I realized that I was not alone in feeling this doubt. That poem pretty much summed up exactly how I felt yesterday, like exactly how I felt. And it just gave me such peace to know that I'm not alone, to know that someone as religious as this young man, who has been a Christian much longer than I have, is just, it made me feel okay about it. And I also looked up a few other spiritual leaders and ministers and pastors, and like I said, I'll link the playlist down below. But just hearing all these people talk about it just made it feel like it's normal to feel this way every once in a while. And what I learned that is most important is that it's not a sin. It's not a sin to doubt. It's what you do with that doubt. Are you going to then turn away from God, or are you going to turn to God? I'll also include some scriptures down below that have been really helpful during this time to help me overcome my doubt. But yeah, I just wanted to share that. I wanted to be transparent, and I'm sure that some of you guys can probably relate. So if you can, if you've ever been there before, comment below and let everyone know some of the things that you have done in the past to help when you're feeling down. I made a decision to stop having a pity party. Earlier today, I was not feeling well at all, and I feel 1,000 times better. So I am going to take myself on a date, and this is what I'm wearing. I just have on this striped dress with this around my waist so that the goodie's not out, and red lipstick, hoop earring. And I don't know if I'm posting this anyway. I don't know if this is interesting. If I do post it, thumbs up and let me know if you want to see more of these, like, very real vlogs, and not just, like, I don't know. I feel like vlogs are kind of scripted sometimes. Like, people only show the good stuff, and you guys know that that's not what I'm about. I'm about showing the real stuff. So if you want to see more vlogs where there's more of me being real, more of you sharing my real experiences, let me know. Thumbs up and I'll do so. But in the meantime, I'm about to go enjoy this day. Bye. Say hi. This is Cecily. She's acting shy. You guys have seen her before.
I'm not acting shy.
Okay.
Really?
Usually, no, you are acting shy. You are not shy.
I am shy.
You're shy when you want to be shy.
I'm camera shy.
No, she's not. So I just got these glasses. from Urban Outfitters. I really liked them. I didn't realize they were so like, now I'm realizing how yellow they are. But
Like you see in yellow?
no, I mean the tint is black. That's why when I was in the store I thought they were like darker, but the actual lens is kind of yellow, right?
No.
No? It looks yellow to me. Look at it on camera. It looks yellow.
I think that's the camera.
No, Cecily, that's the glasses. It has a yellow, like, oh, okay, it's like subtle, like when you move it certain ways.
Okay.
You see it?
I think it's...
We're in beautiful Montclair, and I started this by saying I was taking myself on a date, but now Cecily's here, so...
She's taking me on a date.
I'm taking Cecily on a date now. Okay, be back. Also, I want to mention, because I don't think I shared this here, I'm going to be hosting a empowerment call with a ministry called Girls on Fire for God on September the 8th, which is a Friday, and it's going to be at 8 p.m. Make sure you guys head over to my Instagram. You can find out more information there, but I wanted to invite all of you guys to come and check that out. So yeah, I'll see you guys very soon. Thanks for tuning in, and yeah, I'll talk to you later.